Hello, everyone. Thank you very much for participating in this session. I'm Kyu Lee, and I'm the president of Com2uS USA. Today, I'd like to talk about the progress that we've had on Web3 and also share our learnings and also show how we've been working together with Google Cloud and Google Play. So to give you some background about Com2uS, we were one of the first mobile game companies in the world, established in 1998 in South Korea. We were working with carriers back in the days, and when the App Store came around, that's when our business really took off. And we've been lucky enough to create a lot of hit titles like Summoner's War and Nine Innings and hundreds of more titles. So to give you some background about Summoner's War, we've made more than $2.7 billion in revenue. We have a huge following. We have about 1 million global players playing the game every day. We've hit #1 in many territories around the world. So it's been a real big global success. So our company, to give you about the history of our company has gone through like really many evolution cycles in the gaming space. We were doing feature phone games with the carriers. Then on the App Store, we had to transition our company from a product-based company to free-to-play business. And we really, looking back at all of these waves, we really believe that Web3 is the next big wave that we really have to ride on. And being on mobile, one of the things about mobile is that we've always been connected. Now, always being connected means that we've always been able to collect a lot of data points. And we've been able to process, analyze, and learn from the user behavior. And that's really been one of the key reasons to our success. So we've been monitoring funnels like gameplay patterns, analyzing where the users are converting, where they're churning, and have been making numerous live operation decisions based off of these data. I really can't emphasize enough of the importance of data when it comes to servicing mobile games. And of course, we created a client and backend solutions to analyze all of this. And these are like common functions that work across all of our game development. And we have a backend system called Hive, which is developed by our platform team, Com2uS platform. We have about more than 100 engineers working on this every day. Hive manages data for the 100 million users that we service globally. It provides like features like login, push notification, cross promotion, analytics, payment, backend servers, all of that, So, and we also do this in a very country and region compliant way. We've integrated Hive in more than 300 games globally, and we also started opening service up to third-party developers too. So in order to run Hive properly with performance and within budget securely, it was really necessary to partner with a great cloud infrastructure company like Google Cloud. And I'm really thankful for them to giving me the opportunity to share this with you here at GDC. We've also worked with Google Cloud on specific projects like creating tools to increase user retention and predict user churn utilizing Kubernetes engine and AI platforms, KFP, BigQuery, which helped our gaming retention a lot. So today I want to talk more about the Web3 topic and also share our journey here. So after we saw the takeoff of Axie Infinity and NBA Top Shot, we really grew our conviction in the blockchain space that something really is here. We originally created a gaming launchpad called C2X, and we built it on Terra, but unfortunately, with all of the collapse of Terra, we had to revisit how we're going to approach this thing. And we came to the conclusion to building our own mainnet called XPLA. So XPLA means explore and play. And one of the things that we started working on was we evolved our Hive platform to create a blockchain gaming SDK. We also transitioned that in the C2X platform that we built into XPLA games. We also created marketplace solutions, now called XPlanet, and also created our metaverse project, Com2uS. This was a really top-down driven decision that we made, saying that we're going to go all into Web3. You know, when we were first doing mobile, nobody really believed us. And when we were doing free-to-play, everybody was saying that free-to-play is not going to work. They didn't believe us again, you know. And you know, that's what they're saying about Web3 right now. But I know there's a lot of negative things to say about, but really, the Web3 business right now really reminds us about what was happening back in the days when early mobile was started. You know, so I started with the company in 2000, and you know, we've been involved in this game space for a long time, and it's kind of like pretty obvious to me, but I think a lot of for the younger generation or the newcomers to the business, I don't think they see it this way. Most of the innovation always started in Asia, just like mobile. And like I think the Asian people are adopting to Web3 much more easily right now. So I think it's really a no-brainer for us. You know, we're launching all of our games into Web3. Every game will have a Web3 component. And we're also, you know, we've also transitioned a lot into a transmedia company. Now we hold a lot of assets into entertainment space, and we're now one of the biggest K-content groups in the company, in Korea. And so we're moving all of this in. And for Com2uS, we've also onboarded more than like 18 large companies, conglomerates in Korea, and they've decided to do things in the metaverse, so we're collaborating there too. So we put in a lot of people and also assets in this space, and we believe this is how XPLA is going to grow in the future. So on the gaming side, we're taking a hybrid approach to launching games, to launch these games on Google Play, and you know, as a free-to-play title, and then transition them into a Web3 title by adding Web3 economies. From the beginning, you know, we've always been working on optimizing the user funnel. And I think converting user has always been in our DNA. And we think the best way to onboard users into Web3 is by slowly educating them, you know, and they have to get into the experience that they're really comfortable with. And so I think the best way is going through the App Store and playing a Web2 game, and then slowly getting introduced into the Web3 economies. So if we could create a successful Web2 game, slowly educate them into Web3, well, we would be converting like millions of users rather than depending on like launching thousands of NFTs and trying to expand the network from there. So we launched 6 games last year. All had like slightly different Web3 economies to really learn about the user behavior and collect those data points. So our first game was launched in April 2022. And our latest game was actually launched last week. It was called Summoner's War Chronicles. We're very excited about our launch of Summoner's War Chronicles. We hit #1 in terms of downloads in many areas around the world. It was also our first cross-platform launch, and we hit #11 on Steam, which is, you know, for our first try into the PC space, I think it was a remarkable result. You know, it was a great result of our dev team, who's been working on the game for the past 5 years, and we really think Summoner's War Chronicles can be one of the first AAA titles that are coming into Web3. So the Web3, right now it's still a Web2 game. The Web3 update will happen this July, and we believe this will educate millions of users about Web3 gaming. So, like during, while we were launching these first 5 titles, I think we learned a lot about the user behavior, and we want to apply the lessons that we've learned so far from the experience that we've done there. So, what problems do we face? So here are some examples. So when we first launched a Web3 title, we were modeling against like Axie Infinity. So we looked at the P2E economies that they built. So we wanted to, we like when we looked at Axie Infinity, we were really excited about like the millions of users or the hundreds of thousands of users that we're bringing in, and I call these like speculators. They were coming in not to really play the game, but they were coming in to earn tokens, and we wanted to see actually like how much they converted into a real gamer. And based off the data that we learned, we noticed that 0% actually converted into gamers. So none of them were really gamers. They were just focused on coming into the game, earning tokens, and then exiting the game. And because they were doing this, of course, they were hurting the in-game economy. So it couldn't be a sustainable product and economy. And I think we learned that too. So we were focusing too much on attracting these users and giving these users too much rewards in a very easy way. This eventually contributed to collapsing the game token prices, and as we've seen in most of the play-to-earn games. We also learned that the high fluctuation of the token price also led into fluctuating exchange rates too. And this actually works when the token price is going up and new users are coming in. But I think it completely destroyed the economy once the token prices really fell. So these were the problems that we really faced. We also learned that if we're letting the users to have ownership, and if they're getting rewards, this has to be behind a significant gameplay gate. So if we were giving them the rewards too early, now we were thinking we have to make them play a lot of the game before they earn anything. We have to make sure that they're a gamer in order to make this economy sustainable. Also, we learned that we had to have much more control on the system, like having control on how much total rewards we're distributing to the users, and also control the conversion rate between the tokens and the in-game currencies to make this work. So yeah, we created systems called dynamic reward allocation systems and dynamic token conversion systems. And we're building more and more systems as we learn. So this would be like an example of a token economy structure that we would put in place. So users who play the game and accumulate rewards will be able to redeem it and participate in PvP modes using those rewards. If they become high rankers, they will be able to earn rewards in a game currency that can be exchanged to XPLA tokens. And also, users who play games heavily will also be obtaining items inside the game that they earn through gameplay, and they could be selling it through auctions, and they will be able to earn tokens too. So both of these will also have to be controlled by the dynamic token conversion system so that it doesn't hurt the economy, and so that it gives the right amount of XPLA tokens. So this is one of the examples that we're this is one of the thought processes that we have in place for Summoner's War Chronicles. But for every single game, I think there will be different type of token economies that we will have to design. So for example, like if we're doing a hyper-casual game, like you couldn't really apply this to that, but for like most of the hyper-casual games, they have advertisements in it. And if imagine like giving tokens as a rewards for watching the ads inside the hyper-casual games are some of the methods that we're thinking about. So just like how the free-to-play industry evolved through many different type of experiments and iterations, we think there will be many interesting iterations doing blockchain games. And we really think this is only the beginning. So just like free-to-play opened a different type of monetization, I think blockchain gaming will unlock an explosive amount of ways to play games. I believe there will be many ways to make the gamers and token holders equally excited, having Web3, including Web2 and Web3 users, and through these diverse systems. So here are some of the games that we're preparing. Minigame Paradise is a franchise, a very well-known franchise in South Korea, which is a more casual side. Summoner's War Chronicles is the one that we released. Xenonia Chrono Break is an MMORPG that we're preparing. So Minigame Paradise had more than 1 million paid downloads on the App Store, and it was actually a franchise, and throughout the history, we had more than 19 million downloads in total. It actually holds the record for taking the shortest amount of time to reach 10 million downloads in the Korean game history. So many of you may know Xenonia, as it was very popular in the early days of the App Store. It was the first game to rank #1 in the US App Store as a Korean game back in the days. And we've launched more than 7 series of that since 2008. We have more than 63 million global downloads for the franchise. And the MMORPG that we're launching later this year, it's developed with Unreal Engine, and we think it's going to be absolutely amazing. So, since last week, to share some results on Summoner's War Chronicles, we have more than 7 million global players. We have over $7.5 million in revenue already. It's the #1 mobile game in 6 countries, and these are like major countries like Germany, Japan, France, and Thailand. And as I mentioned, it's been top grossing number 11 on Steam too. So yes, so we're excited for the update to come in July of 2023. So this is the roadmap of the games that we're releasing this year. We're planning to have roughly around 10 titles every year. We have a fishing game. Ace Fishing is one of the biggest franchises, fishing franchises on the App Store. We also have Golf Star, which was the #1 golf game on the App Store too. They're all coming to Expo later this year. And it's not beyond gaming. I think we're planning to also expand this into all of the entertainment assets and the metaverse that we explained. XPLA will be the center of gaming, entertainment, and metaverse projects. We have many assets to bring to the blockchain. And behind the scenes, Google Cloud will be powering all of these. And we're very excited to partner with Google on all of these efforts. Thank you very much.